And I think that's part of the reason why you're seeing them just play this one out slowly. Mitch is going to make some noise now. The recon bolt, it's going to give them the intel that they are looking to push this one here. Now, they're only going to have a few seconds remaining before they make this happen. A big recon's going to give them all the intel. And look at the nanoswarm just shredding through as 𝐬𝐻𝐾𝐲 comes around the corner, and Envy played their cards close to their hand.
It's looking a bit awkward here. The Marshal there from 𝐸𝐻𝐻 is in position behind the glass too, and 𝐷𝐷𝐻𝐷 is also going to get a nice little push there towards A main to pick off one. So 𝐸𝐷𝐷𝐻𝐷 with 2 quick kills, maybe there's a chance to get a spike plant. This could get a little bit out of hand here. We'll have to see if Envy can recover. They are in a 3v3 retake.
Oh, and end up losing a fight against 𝐻𝐻𝐻. 𝐻𝐻𝐻 with that Sheriff round 2 is going to be very deadly, and also I would imagine is going to be overhealed too. So now while I was looking a little bit dire, Envy wasn't giving a lot of information. 𝐶9 now in a 2v3. 𝐻𝐻𝐻 is still going to be alive. All 3 players located inside of the scaffold underneath heaven, so hell is what you can call that there. 𝐬𝐻𝐻𝐻 is going to push up now. He's looking for the turret. It's going to cause a little bit of a distraction. 𝐸𝐻𝐻 is going to try and fly in here. Doesn't land a shot, but 𝐬𝐻𝐻𝐻 does manage to find one. Looking for the second, and there's 𝐴𝑘𝐻. And can't be too like free will with that. They need to like put some fear, Envy. I think, and this is exactly what they're doing. They're putting presence, and they're forcing them into a bad position now. And this is already just going to pay off here. As even though they lose 𝐴𝑘𝐻𝐻, that's going to be fine. 𝐻𝐻's still alive, still a problem.
Find a way to have that knowledge as to where the attackers want to finish. And 𝐸𝐻𝐻 is at the back of the site. The paranoia is going to hit him. He has a paranoia of his own. If he can time this well, maybe he can pull out some shenanigans here to really ruin 𝐶9's day. But 𝐶9 just rolled the site over completely.
Yeah, and I think he wanted to maybe wait until his teammates got there so that he could play the paranoia. But even then, because he had no real opportunity to try and follow up with that.
But then the mind games can start. 𝐶9 will realize that that trip is gone, so that they could play against that. It's the mind games, man.
It's always the mind games. And then, furthermore, you also have that fear that Vice is just always going to have to be there. Now, the 𝐘𝐽 ult is going to be coming through to just try and detain and control. But, yeah, they swing this one. So that was just beautifully done there at the perfect time, right? When you think that they're not going to be doing anything, and 𝐷𝐷𝐻𝐻 is going to get at least 1 target, but does not find himself the second, unfortunately for him. Now, though, it leaves it down just 2 members. You got Finesse and 𝐬𝐻𝐻𝐻, the last 2 still standing here for Envy against 4 players for Cloud9. As Mitch approaches on the flank here, ends up getting the kill, which is a real big plus for them. I think they're going to be okay with that. They can disengage and give this round up, hold on to their weapons.
Looking to get the hit going imminently.
All right, well, they're going to get rid of some of that utility. Nanoswarm has been used to try and prevent them from being able to push up, as Finesse and 𝐬𝐻𝐻 are going to be working this angle. Also looking to get shots inside of these corners here. 𝐸𝐻𝐻, he stays alive in the backfield, finds one. Finesse, though, not good enough for him. Neither is going to be 𝐸𝐻𝐻 there as he comes out of the defender's side. 𝐷𝐷𝐻𝐻's Hunter's Fury. Oh, it's going to connect. Actually, one, and oh, man, he connected one against 𝐸𝐿yx, and he's also going to bang up 𝐴𝑘𝐻𝐻.
Oh dear, 𝐻𝐻𝐻 is alive though, that's always a problem. That's a great connection from 𝐷𝐷𝐻𝐻, but again, as we said, 𝐻𝐻𝐻 still alive. Some of these players for 𝐶9 not, I don't think 𝐷𝐷𝐻𝐻's always not too sure as to where they're going to be. That is perfect timing from 𝐻𝐻𝐻, and Vice finishes off 𝐸𝐻𝐻, who went to try to trade that kill. Yeah, so they can likely assume that Envy do have a setup on the site or in the tree position. So all they have to do is just run utility, and oh, we are going to get an ult there, I think into the Hunter's Fury potentially. And
he's going to stick it. He stuck the TP, so 𝐸𝐿yx ends up getting the kill from behind. That is just beautifully done, DDK. Now, though, the response is going to come through. 𝐸𝐿yx is still going to be up here. He's still going to be a problem.
Such a good ult. Oh no, 𝐷𝐷𝐻𝐻 had to hit that one. And maybe he'll get another shot at this one. But 𝐶9 are 2 against 4 here, but they still have some position to work off of. But never mind. Envy finally pick up the round, and so they want to just be sure that that's not the case before they start to make their own movement, which is why at the 1 minute mark we're seeing the mid take coming into fruition. Vice though goes a little bit deep there. That's a great timing found by Envy. We get that mid round timing for the information play. They get that pick of one player on the extremity, and now they could maybe have an advantage. This will force 𝐶9 to commit to a site. But they can't go into B. It looks like the 𝐘𝐽 ult has been dropped.
Yeah, and they're gonna just hold this one off. 𝐸𝐻𝐻 has the flank around the corner. He's got this thing angled out. That is just a great use of detain, because that's just more stall, more delay. You're giving Cloud9 limited time to work with, while at the same time you're trying to take a little bit more space here as well. 𝐸𝐻𝐻 has to back away. He went back in again, and I think he thought that maybe with the angle that he would not have been caught out there with that. with that 𝐬𝐢𝐿. It ends up not being the case. Mitch is also going to pick up an op in process, and that is going to cause a lot of problems here. And now they're going to be able to get onto the site, but they have to worry about 𝐬𝐚𝐻𝐿. 𝐬𝐚𝐻𝐿, no! He went for the wrong player. He actually could have just snuck up, gotten the kill at the player at the double boxes. 𝐹 at 7 HP has no choice. He has to save this op. They're changing up where they're actually putting some of this utility, by the way. They are putting alarm bot in mid. They also put turret there too. Still going to have these nanoswarms out, and we also have a lockdown in effect here. They're going to have to push this. No players have been detained, so they'll just hang this back now as 𝐤𝐻𝐿 is going to wait for them to push forward. But 𝐵's there to respond in turn. 𝐬𝐻𝐿 is also going to get dinged up a little bit. 73 HP. 𝐤𝐿𝐲 gets picked from the flank, and that alarm bot did not. He went right around it and was able to kill 𝐬𝐻𝐿. And you know that he's going to be very frustrated with that, considering where he placed that alarm bot, but how he was able to get around it. This now has spike down, clear, Cloud9. They'll win this round, no problem.
Absolutely. It's a really nice take from C9 using that ℎ𝐤𝐲. We've seen that they've had a few different looks on that, and once again it's just finesse on the 𝐤𝐻𝐿𝐷𝐻, see if he can keep himself alive, keep the gun alive. I'll take this moment just to finish the previous point. The point is effectively that as the defenders, you're looking for ways to force your opponents to do something.
The only thing that I think they've been really successful in has been this here, the A main play to try and take space. Now ●𝐷𝐻 does get a tag on one player, and that's just going to be 𝐵. And here they go. They push forward. And just as I say that this was the only area where they were finding success, Cloud9's like, really, Golden Boy? We'll just go ahead and take this ourselves. And they managed to do so with authority as that 𝐬𝐢𝐿 pushes him forward. ●𝐵𝐻 just got completely caught out. It's just a surprise of that 𝐬𝐢𝐿, right? It's not something that you normally would expect to play against. No one else in North America plays Reyna, and no one's playing it the way that ●𝐻𝐿𝐻 is playing it, so he's taking a lot of confident fights.
Oh, he has 𝐸LYX pass 𝐬𝐻𝐿 there, like shifts in the night through the dark cover. That's unusual. And I was going to say, they can just hold for 𝐸LYX to make a play now, but they ●𝐻𝐿 did pick up an extra kill, and they're just going to roll into the site with it. So it's looking like this round is over, but
this is clean, man. This is the final round. I mean, it's basically a wrap at this point. 𝐬𝐻𝐿 has no other choice. He has to go for a play, but the nano swarm, the little robots are going to eat him alive, and that is going to be the half. Cloud9.
Yeah, and now the cam's activated because of the noise, and now they rotate towards A because they have the info. But is it quick enough, Alex? That's the question.
Well, they're going to have to fly. With ●𝐻𝐿𝐻 manages to pick up one kill, but 𝐤𝐿𝐲 is going to swing onto that one, leaving Mitch all by his lonesome here underneath scaffolding. 𝐷𝐿𝐻, though, is going to join the action, but will end up getting bodied there in the process. Mitch still alive, but with two players he has to deal with here. 3 now. Everyone basically just wanted to kill Mitch. And it's all up to 𝐷𝐻𝐿. A 1v3 as he approaches on high rafters here, heaven, scaffold, whatever you want to call it. I think they maybe saw him. I'm not too sure about that. No, they're playing like they did not see him briefly. Would have imagined that would have been the case. It would have held that angle. But now they'll get the intel as to where he's located. And this is basically going to be easy pickings here at this point, unless 𝐷𝐻𝐿, who has been amazing the entirety of Pop Flash, but as great as you are when you jump into some bullets like that, there's not much you could really do. That's just the best possible situation there for 𝐸𝐿𝐿𝐻 now, right? He's going to get cut off, but that's going to give his teammates all the confidence in the world to be prepared for this push. This 𝐷𝐻𝐿's going to find one. Doesn't get the second one, though, and then the swing comes through. 𝐬𝐻𝐿𝐻 and 𝐤𝐿𝐲, they connect with kills against 𝐷𝐻𝐿 and 𝐸₂, thus leaving B side completely barren and open. As finesse, looking to actually cause some problems on the flank, does manage to pick up Mitch. ●𝐻𝐿𝐻 still going to be alive, and as we say, still going to be a problem. A 3v2 as ●𝐻𝐿𝐻 is approaching here on market with a 𝐬𝐢𝐿. Has 2 𝐬𝐿𝐻s still, by the way, so he's freely able to get onto the site, and he's making a lot of noise. Oh my goodness, this is actually going to be a big problem. He gets a kill right here. Oh, no, 𝐸𝐿𝐻 needed to end that. He needed to shut that thing down. It's all up to 𝐸𝐿𝐻 here, 15 HP. Is it going to be worth it for him to try and take this, or does he try and pin them inside of the site, get them to die, make them spend that money? Yeah, he's just looking for exits at this point.
Yeah, make sure they both die, no matter what. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. And if 𝐸𝐿𝐻 can get some more ult charge out of it, that'd be great. And everyone's going to die. Beautiful. Around the 1 minute mark is about the pacing that we've seen, where they take mid. And you can see that's when ●𝐻𝐿𝐻 goes for a deeper peek. He gets traded out, but we'll see if that works out in their favor or not. And so they don't really have the info as to what's happening. And in fact, Sova's pushing away from the site towards spawn. So they are kind of relying on 𝐷𝐻𝐿𝐻 very desperately, and he's going to get traded out.
All right, well, there it is. So now they're going to go in for this push. Now we have a TP that happens. Shinobi's going to be into sight now. There also was that TP below. Relics is going to be on the outside, inside of the dark cover. Spike is now down, but here comes the Paranoia. I believe they did not play the Paranoia out kit as well as Relics. He's just going to be beaten up on the outside. 𝐬𝐿𝐴 is going to swing this one, ends up getting the kill.
Ooh, the shock darts from Shinobi. Can he find it? 𝐤𝐿𝐴? No, it's not really good in those engagements. Oh, Envy. They're hitting hard in this one. 𝐻𝐿𝐴 is pushing A main. This is also something we were talking about earlier. And this is the gun round, and he sees nothing here. And there goes the lockdown into the B site. So all hands on deck here towards B for C9.
Yeah, and this is going to be the push, and a little bit of the commotion is going to happen as the Hunter's Fury comes out, but they're going to back up. Neural Theft now is going to reveal the location of the members of C9, and 𝐻𝐿𝐴 is going to get called out. That's the reason why FNS was able to get that kill. But they're going to reset this here. They're going to reset. They saw where the bodies were. Now they're going to start making their way over toward A. That alarm bot is going to give them the intel that this is going to be a full swing. Also, you got yourself that little bot there to help you out. Both players from C9 are there. 𝐬𝐿𝐴 watching the flank. I do admire the fact that they're still putting a lot of respect for C9. Despite what we have here with 2 players left alive, you know, you may think you get a lurk or something along that effect, but instead, it's just going to be Cloud9. I think they realize this is not going to be one that they can win. They have to concede this. Envy will go in within 1 here. Into
all of the ults. You want to try to bait the ults out and make them waste those ultimates. So we'll see if they can do that. It's part of the reason why they're playing fairly slow here. They're trying to get as much info as they can. And there goes the ℎ𝐿𝐽 ult. And they are taking mid at the same time.
They got 2 kills out of that.
Oh, no.
I think they're okay with that. They got 2 kills, and 𝐳𝐵𝑢𝑠 dies, but they know exactly where Mitch is with the op. Now Vice is going to be hanging on the back here. They need something to deal with this. But Vice gets the info from that camera, so he sees them over toward mid. And he has 2 areas that he has to focus on, but he's going to push outside of the dark cover, manage to collect 1, and then he's going to just disappear inside of that. They have no choice but to go into the site and set this one down. But while that's going on, 𝐬𝐿𝐴 comes in through the mid, ends up picking up 2 kills there, thus leaving Vice all alone with an op on the defender side. Spawn, no options to get inside as well. Envy, there's a lot of value to be able to take out of this, and now they're going to put their attention once again here toward the B site as they look to push this one in. The Paranoia is also going to be used. They're going to take the space, close the door down. 𝐳𝐵𝑢𝑠 is going to fly this one out, but wait a minute, Shinobi ends up getting the kill, so they lose 2 players there in that whole scuffle. As C9 now looking to retake this site, but FNS is going to be lingering on the cubby on the outside, though, gets popped by that classic from 𝐻𝐿𝐴. Now they're just going to be playing their angles. They don't have a really pretty post-plant positioning here, DDK.
Yeah, this is definitely difficult. Being all the way at the back of the site is not ideal. There's even a cage left for Vice. That could be really useful here. We'll have to see how he utilizes that to their advantage. Trying to make their way in. It's going to be tough, though, because it is a 2v2. Angles are covered fairly well between 𝐴𝐿𝐴 and 𝐿𝐴. At the back of the site, the operator really strong in these spots. Recon Dart is available, but wants to keep that gun out. There's a swing onto 𝐿𝐴. Now it's all on 𝐴𝐿𝐴 as he pulls out that Recon Dart. Oh, the flick misses on Vice now. The Sheriff has to do the job. There it is. 3 connections onto Mitch. And one more for 𝐴𝐿𝐴, and he's going to clutch it for Envy, and that's 11 rounds for them. Envy know also that that's how they've been playing these rounds out, so looks like they may go straight into it once again.
Mitch is going to make contact. Mitch has made contact. Doesn't get the second kill, though. Finesse is going to wipe that one clean. Now, they don't know how many players are necessarily going to be here, but they are hearing these footsteps on the outside. 3 players located here toward mid. This is kind of giving C9 exactly what they want. Like, they knew that they were going to be doing this, but 𝐿𝐴's there on the flank. He's got 1. He's got 2. Maybe he's going to find himself a 3rd one here as well as the player goes in for the challenge, but Relics cleans it up.
The time, though, there's only 10 seconds to get a spike down. Oh, there's no one to stop it, though, here for C9. There was a moment in mid there. If Sova has his Recon Dart for C9, that would have been huge, but cooldown. Oh, Vice, that's a nasty shot. And that brings it to a 2 versus 2. C9 need this round so badly.
They just saw them. All of them were going to be outside, so they have some freedom to push in. But while that ping did go through, 𝐬𝐿𝐴 actually is going to push inside past Generator. They're hearing the footsteps. They know exactly where they're going to be. 𝐬𝐿𝐴 hits 1 shot, looking for the second. Big win for Envy's 𝐬𝐿𝐴, as now Envy are going to be at match point. Yeah, like, because you can go so many different directions from there. It's not cut and dry. Okay, Vice.
Ooh.
Gonna try and level things off in their favor. And that is a big kill as well, because now they don't have run it back. 𝐬𝐿𝐴 does have this lockdown, though. So let's see. Once this lockdown is placed, though, they're going to know exactly where it is. And I would imagine that Vice will be able to shoot it through this wall.
Will he realize and try?
I mean, he sees the source of where that lockdown is, but he's going to be more focused on what he has to do inside of here. He doesn't have any space to be able to move around. They're stuck. They're pinned inside. They're pinned. He got 2 players. They know exactly where they're going to be. It's free push. Free push. They have their hands open. Oh, no, they're going to turn the corner. They're going to get them both. Oh, this is so devastating, but they got to get the spike down. And now they are... Wait, I don't think they got it down in time. They didn't get it down in time. Oh, no, they didn't. They didn't get it down in time. Everything worked. And they're losing bodies? Oh my goodness!
𝐸9 are a bit better set up in terms of their mid-round info to follow the action here of their opponents. There's that paranoia to slow things down. There's the rotation from 𝐸9 through spawn. And there's a rotation back from Envy to the A side. They're pushing and pulling them all over the place, but there's 10 seconds again.
They're leaving this down to the wire. This is not going to be a problem that they can possibly solve. 𝐸𝐭𝐻 needs to get onto the site here. He's going to have a few seconds to do so. Mitch is going to get killed in the back, but have they gotten the spike down in time? They do, and the Hunter's Fury doesn't connect. He's going to miss the second one as well. Maybe land the third one, but no one's going to be around. Now 𝐸9 need to play retake, but 𝐭𝐽 does manage to pick up the kill. The flash comes in. 𝐸₃ gets the kill against 𝐭𝐽, making this into a 2v2, and there's similar health pools on both sides here, as both of the Sovas are going to be tagged up. Vice, though, he's going to be inside of the tree area here. Shinobi up on top of the rafters as Vice swings this. He's going to try and block this thing off. No vision has been gained. Mummy gets a big shot there. Now it's just going to be left up to Vice in a 1v2, and they can't do it.
A ramp control's been won here early on by Envy on their attack, and there's already 3 players for 𝐸9 on the A site ready to defend, but they don't have heaven control, and that's going to be lost here. The dash across, the updraft as well, in case anyone's playing this position close. And right now, Envy are in a position to split this site. This is looking very dangerous here for 𝐸9.
Yeah, this is kind of problematic for them here, especially considering that they weren't able to get a few kills. Mitch, though, gets 2 kills with the Nano Swarm, by the way. So, sure, that's a thing. Watch out for that nade. It could actually blow up. Does a sizable amount of damage there against 𝐸𝐭𝐻, who's going to be pretty banged up. As Vice comes around the side now, he'll need to group up with his teammate in order to take this one, but the nade does do the job. They have to push this before the heal comes through, which I don't know if it's going to have an opportunity to do so here. Yeah, he's got 27 seconds, so not a lot of time left to work with. He's going to swing for this. 𝐻𝐿 manages to pick up the first kill, but the weakened 𝐬𝐻 is going to be a problem. Now it's just down to the last player, 𝐸𝐿, who is the player that our analysis said we needed to watch out for. Manages to pick up 1. He's going to be in a weakened battle here against 𝐻𝐿 in 1v1. Goes for the tailwind. As he got the second kill, he's able to play a little bit of game of, oh no, ring around the rosy. Isn't enough time? I believe he does. And he should be good to go here. Nope, he's not. Oh, he did enough. He did enough.
If Finesse is able to really take over this A-ramp position, but he may actually get challenged. If they're just going to dry peek him, that's a big win, and they know that's a lurk now.
Or Envy, as a matter of fact.
And you can see they're getting as close to the tripwire as possible. They want to go A, but they have to give as little warning as possible. And there it is. They kill the trip, and now with as little warning as they can possibly give, 4 players swinging through the heaven position to go for that A hit. 20 seconds to go, though. We've been here many times, 𝐸𝐿𝐻, so far.
Yeah, this is familiar territory for Envy, and even for 𝐸9, the way that they like to try and just take these sites at the last possible moment there, and now looking for another one. Mitch, though, stays alive in the corner. He was tucked away inside. He's going to be going up against 𝐸𝐿𝐻, but 𝐸𝐿𝐻 wins that fight outright. He's only got a few seconds to work with. He's going to tailwind onto the site, but they're going to swing this instantly. They know he has no choice. He blades out. He's going to take this fight, though? No, he does take it, but it doesn't matter.
I think 𝐸9 would be anticipating B, but in fact, it seems as though they have the read. We get the rotation already, so 𝐸9 are going to have a better rotation than Envy. Envy will have a lot to handle as they push once again into the heaven spot.
And the alarm bot's going to tag, but 𝐸𝐿𝐻's there for the pickup immediately, so those nano swarms are now actually going to be a problem at all. If they were present on the map previously, it won't really matter all that much. Vice is going to get blown up by the nades, and the slow orb is going to connect as well. Oh, that was a beautiful placement there of that stage utility. They'll have to just try and take and hold this site down, I should say. Relics and 𝐻𝐿s do manage to pick up a few kills. A few seconds are going to be remaining as well, but the final elimination comes in as 𝐭𝐽 picks up the kill. Back up, but they have taken a lot of space here. This is going to be that short plant. Vice was waiting around the corner to see if anyone was going to be there. 𝐻𝐿 does manage to blow up 1 in the wall. They're going to be boxed inside.
Ooh, 𝐸𝐿𝐻 was looking for the res, but oh, the rocket! Oh, how does it not get anything there? That's so unfortunate for 𝐻𝐿s, but we have a big flank coming from Mitch. So Envy are in a position where they have to commit to this, but the longer this takes, The more time for the flank. 𝐻𝐻𝐿!
You have to be kidding me, bro. You have to be kidding me. 𝐻𝐻𝐿 now just needs one more kill here, potentially for the aces. ◼𝐼's going to try and get away from here. Does okay one. That's the ace in round, although it doesn't end the round outright. ◼𝐼's still going to be in a fighting position, but he only has 15 HP. He's currently going to be flanked right now too, and he can't quite get the kill. Mitch swings in, so he gets the ace in round. As Finesse continues to play lurk duty, camera's still going to be active as well. 3 players for Cloud9 located more toward that A site, but here comes the push as 𝐼𝐼 gets inside. He will have blades too, but he doesn't connect with a single one though thus far, and he actually is going to get bodied there by Vice, who gets the headshot. But they are going to be on this site, and they still have enough to try and clear this out. 𝐸𝐿𝐼 on the flank is going to cause some problems and maybe thwart this plan. Watch out as well for Vice. Spike is down, and it does hurt the Sage a little bit, but this is going to give them an opening to try and take site. Watch out for Caboose. With that rocket, if anyone tries to get inside, I would imagine that he's going to pop that. But 𝐻𝐻𝐿 also has that in response to Caboose. He cannot die. 𝐤𝐚𝐴𝐾, big kill for him. Caboose looking to cause more problems, still in the corner, and then 𝐻𝐻𝐿's just going to swing there against him. Now leaving just 𝐸𝐿𝐼 in a 1v2. He knows where one is going to be, and the second one as well, but 𝐻𝐻𝐿 had the mark on him. They had the knowledge, and that is going to give C9 that round win. A great retake from Cloud9. I love that nano bot, by the way. Ooh, and I like that shot even more. All right, Mitch, there we go. Light it up. Trying to bring C9 into this one.
And you have all this 𝐤𝐿𝐲 utility to back yourself up with to give you all these options defensively. Oh, looking for the res.
Oh, he's going to go for the T. No, I was about to say, does this madman go for the teleport?
Oh my god.
𝐸𝐿𝐼 is now going to be trapped on this position, but it'll slow this one off.
No 𝐸𝐿𝐼 is doing it for the Bromans. He's on the ice wall behind the dark cover.
Oh, but 𝐸𝐿𝐼 got behind him and he gets the kill. Oh, this is actually going to cause a little bit of a problem here for 𝐸𝐿𝐼, who's pushed really far up. And he's going to run into one. Mitch should not have the time to respond to that shot, and then he's going to get pushed forward. 𝐷𝑰𝐺 has no other choice but to revive 𝐻𝐻𝐿 and bring him back into the fight. 𝐻𝐻𝐿 is going to get stuffed there by the snipe from ◼𝐼. ◼𝐼's been on fire with that snipe, looking for the last one as well. And that will do it as Envy recover after that start.
And you've got to wait that dark cover out before you go into the mid play, and this is very dangerous. 𝐻𝐻𝐿 is out there. We know that he loves to be able to make plays like this. Oh, he drops off, gets caught by 𝐸𝐴𝐾, and that's a big loss early on for C9. In fact, they will also lose a player towards B there. The wall does go up, but there's no res available to pick that player back up. Caboose.
That was just a reactive wall. Reactive wall just to stall things out.
Mitch has to deliver big here. This could be a free one. Oh no, you have to hit those.
Rare.
Oh, you have to hit those. That might just be the round. That could have been them coming back into the round, but instead it's looking grim. 𝐸𝐿𝐼 still was something to say, but they are so stretched out right now.
Yeah, and that paranoia too, he used it maybe in an attempt to try and stop this aggression that could be coming from the A ramp, but ends up not connecting with anything. 𝐸𝐿𝐼 still going to be alive, and remember, yesterday, he was the individual that saved Cloud9 against Sentinels numerous times here on Split. The individual plays were absurd, but it doesn't happen this time around. 𝐷𝑰𝐺 was in a position to try and stop it, but 𝐸𝐴𝐾 stuffs it immediately. As all the members of Envy are going to try to take control here of B main. Now that this... or B tower, I should say. Now that this has actually come through, here comes the showstopper. Vice is going to wait this one out. He does manage to pick up one kill, looking for the second. Gets the third! Oh, what a big play there from Vice. He's just going to stop that completely, forcing the res, delaying things further. 𝐸𝐿𝐼 is now going to be in a position to make something happen here as he sends a paranoia out. And they'll now have to scramble to make this play happen. But there goes the detain. The lockdown is in effect. As Cloud9, they can actually come back and take this one away from Envy, and it all started because of Vice's great start. 𝐸𝐿𝐼 on the outside gets that one kill. ◼𝐼, though, could be a problem. Misses the shot. He gets thrown in his face, but ◼𝐼 had blades to deal with it. And Cloud9, what a recovery, but that round belonged to Vice.
Oh, this is a pretty good read from C9. Here comes the A play.
We're going to go for this. Here comes the paranoia. Oh, it's going to connect. He's going to try and juke him around, but it didn't work out. And now Finesse is going to get all that information. 𝐷𝑰𝐺's got to stay alive here. Manages to get 2 kills as 𝐸𝐿𝐼 jumps right into the crossfire there, as well as he was trying to kill ◼𝐼, which he successfully gets both of them. Spike has to go down. They're in no position. That's it. That's the round. It's done. 6-6 going into the half. All that time wasted.
Finesse just to be sitting there and doing, like, getting all the info. Finesse is really good at that. And so they're praying that they can sell a B commit here from C9. They really want C9 to go B into this stack. So maybe that kill, it might actually convince them to do just that, given that they've taken down the Sage towards B.
The camera gets taken out. Yeah, that broken cam now. I think it's going to give him the cue to go ahead and make this push happen. 𝐬𝐴 waiting up on top of the high ground. He's going to get the support from 𝐴ME as well. And now they're going to force them back. But they have managed to get some work done here. That is going to be great for them. They take out 𝐬𝐴. And they've thinned out these numbers here, giving C9 the advantage. And they're also safe. Heavens are wide open. They'll go ahead and send this right over. And the only player they have to deal with will be 𝐹NS, who's hanging out here on A.
Yeah, and this is just why you have your Cypher luck. Gives you options. 𝐹NS, they know that he plays these positions. They know exactly where he is. So it's just not a concern. He gets run over here, and this is going to be a very difficult retake. And Vice is just right out there. Speaking of Cyphers, is able to also tag 𝐬𝐴 down critically low. Mitch will finish him off. Great rotation from C9 again.
Oh, the bait wall. We've seen this a lot this weekend.
Yeah, you want to try to force... You know that Envy in this situation doesn't have much utility because... I mean, oh, the judge. Oh, God, the judge! It's so scary. And you can't push this angle now. There's no way in hell you can push that. I was going to say, like, you know that the opponents don't have much utility in a round like this, so you use yours to bait out theirs, and you'll still have some left whilst they'll deplete everything. That's the idea.
You know what? I stand corrected. That wall to give him the presence inside now, the alarm bot will be a problem, but 𝐬𝐴's position's awesome, and then 𝐬𝐵 as well. So this spike's going to go down. It's going to tell them exactly where they're going to need to be. And as 𝐬𝐵 just flies up this, Mitch still manages, though, to get the kill, despite his best efforts, making this into a 2v3 in favor, though, of Envy, the defense. They're going to have to play retake here. Mitch is very weak, and then ∞ in this corner where we saw Vice get that amazing 3K beforehand. He's going to play this one out.
And there's also where ∞'s got an insane 2K clutch yesterday against Sentinels as well. So
that's true. He
is fully loaded there. He's got the Spectre in hand, ready to go full HP, full armor, awaiting his opponents. Mitch being the bait here. See if Mitch can get some damage and delay. So this gives ∞ some information.
He's so worried about this Heaven player. Oh, he's got a lot of work there. He put a lot of bullets. He needed to kill that person quicker. You asked me earlier if we've seen any Guardians. We have a Guardian in play right now from TenZ. Just a little thing like that. Oh, look at this here. That's going to have to wait for the moment as 𝐴ME is playing around this corner. And a lot of activity happening now by that A ramp. Do they decide to full commit to this one as 𝐬𝐵 is going to try and hold them back? They're playing this angle out. They're just stalling it for the time being. 𝐵 has his Guardian, which a lot of damage you can put out with that thing. The hands of the right person actually does apply some damage, but will be tailwinding out of there. They know that they're still going to be in that area.
So C9 now walking in after that huge delay, 20 seconds to get the spike down. They are going to have to deal with horrible crossfires.
Either way you cut it, they're going to go right into the fray. ∞, though, does manage to get a kill. So I think they might be okay with that. But here comes 𝐬𝐴. Gets one, looking for the second. This should be pretty easy pickings for him, and he's successful.
They're just going to contact into the B site. They're going to try to surprise Envy here.
And there goes the wall to block off. Ooh, lockdown being used now. This is an opportunity for them to potentially play around this here. Ooh. 𝐬𝐵 is going to get out of there. No one's going to get tagged, but is this their opportunity to go in for the push? 𝐬𝐴 also was not going to get tagged by that, so the paranoia is going to force all of them back. They also use the orb. They're still going to be committing to this, and even then, though, they managed to dink and do some damage against the Raze that was going to be up on the high ground. 𝐴𝐞 is still waiting for them. 𝐬𝐴 doesn't fall down. 𝐬𝐵 gets a few kills on the outside here on top of the scaffold, leaving only one player left alive. It's TenZ, but one player left alive could actually be a problem. He is surrounded. He doesn't have time. He needs to get this spike down, but the spike is going to be too far away from him. You can't push this. There's no way you push this against TenZ. Even though he's 33 HP, he still has to make the play. He does not have the spike. And they're going to need to, because the 𝐤𝐢𝐿 has been a problem. Oh, 𝐬𝐴 got the read. He saw the gun. There goes the wall. And what's even worse about that was it killed the 𝐤𝐤, so they do not have their res to try and bring this one back in their favor. Envy are so close to match point, moving on to the grand finals here. Pop flash, 𝐬𝐴, though, another shot. Big kill there for him.
And this is the problem, you know, like going into some of these angles without just dry.
Such a pretty spot. Oh, never mind. Okay, so now things have opened up. Neural Theft will give them information. They know exactly where these players are going to be. They're going to commit to this. They're going right for it. Then, Okay, I was gonna say, did they actually just stick that TP? Ends up not doing it. So he goes in for the TP, tells him, okay, we're all gonna be making a lot of noise over here, clearing a bunch of utility, but they don't take the bait entirely. But Caboose, though, will die as Relics will swing that and get the kill. This is a very winnable round now for Cloud9.
Yeah, this is turning into something with a lot of potential. 𝐬𝐿𝐴 has been fantastic. The TP will be cancelled as the B site has been taken over, and post-plant positions don't look amazing. They're all stuck around the back pillar. We'll have to see if they can hold on to this with just the raw skill and the gunplay. 𝐬𝐿𝐴's popped the daggers as well.
He's got too much to work with, 𝐬𝐿𝐴. He's got a tailwind, updraft. He's got everything. He's going to fly in. He gets one. Can't get the second, though. Relics is there for the trade. They're going to be stuck in the back. They know exactly where the Omen is going to be located here. 𝐬𝐿𝐴 does manage to pick up the first kill. Now the next player, the last one, Vice, he got dinked. He's down to 10 HP. He has to delay it as much as he can, but it isn't going to work out. And while it did look good, ddk, the post-plant positioning, they just didn't have time.
Yeah. They're clearing out ropes too. That's good. Clear out the ropes utility. Keep Envy guessing. Oh, the rockets coming out.
Ooh, traded kills there. Both the raises are going to go down. 𝐬𝐿𝐴, he had an angle, but he had to disengage. They only have a few seconds now to work with. This is, once again, the dangerous territory for Cloud9, as 𝐬𝐿𝐴 has so much freedom here, but he is going to get stuffed. 𝐿ipso, though, in the back. They'll get this spike down eventually, but it boils down to this kill here that Mitch managed to get, but that's the game! That's the game! As 𝐬𝐿𝐴 swings the corner, they